The LAUSD put a proposal across the table that is inadequate for a number of reasons. I'll go through those now. We also put a proposal across the table, which I'll give you details on in a moment. The first thing that was a problem with LAUSD's proposal is it continues to make a salary increase, the 3% in 16-17, I'm sorry, the 3% in 17-18 and the 3% in 18-19. It continues to make that 6% contingent on cutting health care for future employees, which is not a good idea when you've got a teacher shortage to do something like that. Second reason that the district's proposal today was unacceptable is that it proposes to raise class sizes to up to 39 students in elementary school and up to 46 students in secondary school. The third reason that the district proposal that came across the table today was unacceptable is that it continues to not take seriously the issue of privatization and unregulated charter growth, which is undermining the public school district to the tune of about $600 million per year. They did have a proposal on charters, but all it was to create a citywide task force to investigate the issue of charter co-locations. Charter co-locations are when a charter school is given space at a public district school. Often the public district school will lose its parent center or lose its dance studio or lose the place where counselors talk to students in a case like that. And we've already had a district task force to look at the issue of charter co-location. We don't need to do it again, so that was unacceptable.
We have to deal with some obvious constraints. We've been told many times by the state superintendent of education, the county superintendent of education, which together are our regulator which oversees us, by two independent commissions established by the two prior superintendents, Superintendent Cortinas in 2015, Superintendent King in 2018, and most recently by the independent state fact finder, that we do not have the resources to meet all of UTLA's demands, that we have a large and growing budget deficit, and if we don't do something about it, we'll become insolvent, leading to a state takeover. They've all said that to us repeatedly. In connection with that, it should be understood that we are spending all of our reserves. I want to make sure the community understands the reserves that Los Angeles Unified has are being spent in service of kids, and let me take you through that. So of the approximately $1.8 billion today, about a third has already been set aside for salary raises. You note our bus drivers, our cafeteria workers have already agreed and they're receiving that 6% raise. We've set aside money for UTLA members, teachers, nurses, counselors, and librarians. Think of that as a check you've written hasn't been cashed. So we've set aside almost $500 million of that reserve to pay for raises. We are setting aside today almost $700 million to reduce class size, to add more counselors, nurses, librarians. And we are setting aside about $700 million because we are running an operating deficit. And this coming school year and the next school year, we will use more than those monies to fund our operating deficit, our budget deficit. There's no more than that. So the notion that we are hoarding reserves, the notion that more money exists somewhere else with which to do more to reduce class size at this time is not accurate. We're spending all we have in service of our students. We don't believe a strike will produce more money to reduce class size. We don't believe a strike is going to produce more money to increase a wage. We've addressed as far as we can the issues of charter. Okay, we understand the growth of charter in our community and where we go from here. This is a place we should be talking to our labor partners about how do we best implement the state laws, but we don't think a strike is going to change that.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.